relate very much to Jen because I was recently informed that the fact that I haven't read any books or seen any movies or watched any TV shows is no longer cute and innocent. It just makes me uninteresting and boring. And so I mean, this isn't really an accident that I haven't participated in these things. I have the attention span of like whatever's moved fastest and within 50 feet of me. So reading wasn't really where I was going to start to remedy this issue. Movies are expensive and I'm cheap. And so I spent the last year of my life sharing a DVR with a girl who used to plan her college schedule around General Hospital. And so every time I would open my DVR list, I would be like, oh hell no, I want nothing to do with what's on television. So I just moved into my own apartment. I decided to splurge on cable. And I started where any 27-year-old female who grew up in Pennsylvania did, with the Amish Mafia. And after learning that green corn, also known to some as marijuana, is also illegal in the Amish community, but the Amish Mafia are the ones where you need to go to get it. Also, I learned that the 11th commandment is don't get caught. And so after I learned that, I felt like, oh my gosh, TV is so educational. There's so much to learn. So I turned this into kind of my own experiment called TV University. So I'm going to share with you this evening some of the things that I've learned in my first month at TV University. So from Amish Mafia, I decided to go straight to Moonshiners. So I don't know if anybody in the room has seen Moonshiners. Yeah. But I'm a student of innovative businesses, and this is definitely one of those underground operations that there's a lot to learn from. My favorite character is Tickles. And the first thing that I've learned from Tickles is that it's acceptable to have a name like Tickles. And so I must be living in the wrong culture because that's what I want my name to be. He also, on a recent episode, needed to move a lot of moonshine at once, and so he went and he bought an RV. And he gave us a tour of the RV, and during that tour he said, this is a 75-gallon fresh water tank, but that also holds a hell of a lot of moonshine. And so he filled this tank with moonshine and made it come out of the faucet so it was moonshine on tap. He is a genius. If I could be half as smart as Tickles, then I'm going to be okay. And as if I hadn't learned enough from Moonshine, On Demand gave me a little 2-minute snippet from the 72-year-old character of Jim Tom, where he was talking about happiness, love, and staying in shape. So his first piece of advice, when asked by a young, beautiful woman, as he described her, very cute, she said, you're 72 years old and wrinkle-free. How do you do it? He said, moonshine will keep you slicked up. So, I mean, I don't drink, but if I did, I would be rubbing that stuff all over my body, because apparently it'll keep you slicked up. The next question was, when are you happiest? And Jim Tom says, at 4 or 5 in the morning, I get up, no matter what I drank the night before, because if you can't get out of bed, then you're drinking the wrong liquor and you need to come find me. Then I make about 4 or 5 eggs, and then 10 biscuits. Never in my life have I ever less than 10 biscuits in one sitting, so you just eat those biscuits, they're good for you. And then the last question was, fancy ladies or farm girls? And so, as we know, Miss Kelsey is a farm girl. I grew up in Pennsylvania, but I like to consider myself a fancy lady. And so, basically, he said, farm girls, they just better women. They work hard and they got lots of muscles. And they're slick. He's like, but actually, ultimately, I'd like some farm ladies. So from now on, I'm a farm lady. Thank you, Jim Tom, for letting me know when I am. And then as I was talking to somebody and sharing my experience with Moonshiners, my friend said, I wonder if they're the parents of the kids on Buck Wild. Have you guys seen Buck Wild? Because that is not a far-off association. Buck Wild, for those of you who haven't seen it, is a show that is set in West Virginia, and it is just I'll just tell you the tagline. First of all, the title of Buck Wild is all capital letters. And so after watching 5 minutes of the show, you know that it's because, first, it's one word, all capital letters. They don't know how to yell, how to speak in their inside voice. They only know how to yell. And they also don't really know how to talk. It's a show that is Americans with subtitles, which is also one of my favorite things that I've discovered. while watching television. And so the opening line is, West Virginia is a place founded on freedom. For me and my friends, it's the freedom to do whatever the F we want. So that's Buck Wild. So my lesson that I learned from Buck Wild is it's not okay to date a guy who's really, 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 really dumb just because he's really cute. Because that was a conversation that a girl had between her mother. Her and her mother. Her mom said, "Are you dating anyone?" And she said, "Well, there's a guy," which we all know what that means. Not her boyfriend. He's a guy. That's how she described him. He's really, 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 really dumb, but he's really cute. Do you want to meet him? Sure. So the mom meets this boy, and as we're leaving, we learn why you don't date somebody who's really, really dumb, even if they are really cute, because he is pretty cute. Because she said, "I don't want to just be one of your numbers." And he goes, "Oh, honey, you're not just a number. You're number 45." So I'll be following that advice for sure. And then a show that I just discovered last night is called World's Wildest Police Videos. So I don't know if anybody experienced that, because this one's a real gem. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but all I'm going to say is I want to be a writer for this show. I'm going to tell you two of the voiceovers that I heard. They respond to an outrageous call. A buck-naked brute, high on drugs, is trying to muscle past women in a daycare. When officers can't talk the nude dude down from his tantrum, they give him an electric spanking. Like, those are the best goddamn copywriters in this whole world. They know how to put words together. And one more gem from there was, this dope-running strip teaser tried to get away from the cops the same way she lives her life, fast and loose. So, I mean, I don't ever want to be on Wildest Police Videos, but I'd like to work for them. And the last one that I'll say is, after watching all of this, seemingly shameless TV that has taught me so much about life, I decided to be cultured and start watching Downton Abbey. And I love it, and I feel so strongly about it, but at the end of the day, I'm very thankful that given all the time that I spend chasing men, I do it by choice, and it's not the only thing that I have going on in my life. So that's my time. Thank you.